What's up, everybody? DJ Knife Strike coming at you here with a little overview and review of the Stanton ST150 ultra high torque direct drive turntable. Finally got my first one in the mail yesterday, and I am just blown away, to say the least. This thing is, it's dubbed the tech killer, as in the technique turntable murderer, by many people now. Because now I can see, you know, this is 42 pounds of pure steel and performance, and a motor under that platter that is like a freight train. You're not going to stop that thing. You're not going to get lag from this thing. I'm going to go over the features right off the bat. I want to go over some of the things that when I opened the box I was kind of expecting to see, and really glad I did. First thing, simple enough. You have your standard RCA here. ST150 comes standard with the monster RCA. I'm going to try to lift up the side of this thing. Literally 42 pounds. It is insane. Super ultra fat legs for great support. As you can see on the RCA cords, now you don't have a ground wire anymore. That's in the power supply cord, which is great. Couple switches for ground, phono line switch, digital out. And one thing I really like about this table too is that you have a master power switch underneath here, and then you have your motor on off switch here. So if you know, say you're playing a show and you just want to shut off the table, you can just have it off for a while, you know, you don't have to worry about it. Just a couple things. Another thing I wanted to, I wanted to see Stanton do is, you know, here's their standard slip mat. I knew they weren't going to throw these on the ST150. You know, you think this is the best kind of material, medium you want, you know, soft, floppy, thin. It's just nothing compared to this, and I was waiting to see what they were gonna do. I was thinking maybe they do kind of a thin vinyl, like a butter rug slip mat, but they went with, it's almost like a plasticky cardboard, thin, hard, and this thing is like a plastic disc. Any record you put on this table is like grease lightning. I mean, it's amazing. It's just the greatest thing. I was so happy to see they revised that. There's two versions of the turntable. There's the ST150 and there's the straight 150. The straight 150 has a straight tone arm like this. A lot of DJs, a lot of people in general, you know, musicians, DJs, say that the straight tone arm, of course, is better for tracking and this and that. You know, and I've scratched on both. I just think it all depends on how you set it up. And the one thing is, well, okay, straight tone arms the best for tracking, then how come all the DJs in the world use S tone arms on their turntables? No clue. Another great thing, I was happy to see it comes with a tracking light, and it comes with a really nice new Stanton cartridge. It's the 680 V3 scratch cartridge. It's weighted now. They look a little bit different. And once you set your turntable up properly, I cannot skip this needle. It's glued to the vinyls. As far as little things we have, little settings here around the tone arm. You have your anti-skate. You set that in correspondence with your stylus pressure. You have your nice needle drop switch. This is like a hydraulic, so once you get the arm over the vinyl, you can drop it down nice and soft. Be all slick, really nice counterweight. And my favorite part, you have your tone arm lock here. Unlock it though, and this is your tone arm height elevator. It's just solid. I mean, it's just, this thing is amazing. It's just great. I mean, it looks great, it has nice options. It's just nice to have, you know? I mean, you pay a little money, you're gonna wanna have nice stuff, and this is the type of thing that I can tell is like techniques. I think it might even be worth more in a couple years. So let's go over some of the performance. Motor, button, I love it. Has a nice little LED on it. Nice colored lights on this thing. You have the start-stop brake here. Let me show you how this turntable performs here. If you want, you know, a slow start for some reason, some kind of effect, you can get this thing just like a baby. But, you know, so this is smooth. This is precision speed. Nice slow start. Okay? Or, see if we can get focus here. Or, if you want like instantaneous 4.5 kilogram startup, that looks like this. I mean, this thing is, once you put your hands on this thing, you'll understand. You're not dealing with any other turntable. This thing is so powerful, you will not slow down this platter. Now you have your brake here too. As you can see, when I shut off the motor, turntable's still spinning. I can make this thing instant start stop. Like instant. I mean, is that insane, people? This thing is absolutely dreamy. There's no two ways about it. It's dreamy. And you know, I'm starting to see why they dubbed it the tech killer. Nice buttons. You have a reverse, which is kind of fun to have. Not a lot of turntables have that, or at least not everyone. And with your key lock and 3 different pitch select modes, along with the pitch fader, which is solid, by the way. It's just solid. You can match this turntable up. You can match beats to anything. You can take an 80s love song and you know, match it with the fastest happy hardcore trance. You know, I'm telling you, this thing's insane. And you know, you got your standard pitch lock. It's just a beautiful thing. Solid as a rock. One of the biggest things I was surprised about is when I went to look for reviews on this table to make sure I wanted it, I heard somebody talking about putting a little piece of paper back here. There's a little groove, and you'll see it if you have this turntable. And that stops it from ever skipping. I put a little piece of tinfoil in there, and the performance of this cartridge with that little piece of paper in there, I mean, this thing is glued to the vinyl. I mean, it feels like you have, you know, the $250 Ortofon cartridges on there. So I'm confused what Stanton did wrong. If that's their one flaw, I can live with that. But it's pretty amazing when you put that piece of paper in there. It changes everything. It gets locked onto your vinyl, and so you're not going to be skipping. And like I said, you can set your anti-skate with your stylus pressure. I'm going to make a video, of course, you know, doing a little something on it, but just thought I'd give everybody a heads up. If you're thinking about buying them, you know, you can get them, like I said, $4.99 a piece. Usually retail for $9.99, but I think they're trying to kind of get the word out there. Scratch DJ Academy. That's a, you know, DJ Musicians Academy, and all they do is scratch all day, which sounds like the best school I've ever heard of, but this is what they just put in their schools. And you know, when you have hundreds of people every day ripping on this, you know, of all different skill levels, some people are hard on it, some people are, no, it doesn't matter. They bought these because they know they're going to last for years and years to come with plenty of use. And I was just so happy to see some of the new revisions that Stanton did, and I think they really outdid themselves. And I'm just blown away. So if anybody's thinking about buying this thing, I would highly suggest it. You know, you got the S-tone arm choice, straight tone arm choice. It's just preference. I think the S-tone arm's hot though. Peace, people.